Okay, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I do believe all systems are go. Hello, everybody. This is Chad, aka whiteandnerdyman, and you are here at another Let's Play. What am I playing this time? Well, obviously it's not Minecraft. Is it the best game ever created? Or is it the most horrible piece of generic trash that has ever been birthed from a psycho game developer? I am pleased to say that it is definitely not the latter, and it's pretty darn close to the formal. And if you haven't guessed it already, I am playing Starbound, a very, very awesome game from the developer Chucklefish, who has the award of creating the creepiest intro. There's nothing like a chuckle, hearing a creepy chuckle while a puffer fish zooms out. But I've got to say, they've done a terrific job on this game. It is a lovely hybrid of Terraria and Metroid, and maybe a couple other games thrown in there for good measure. It is a very awesome game. It's a sandbox game, and it's probably the most similar to Terraria if you were to compare the gameplay. But you guys will get to see this for yourself, as, like I said, this is a Let's Play and hopefully a tutorial for those of you who are playing this game. It is a very expansive game. Unlike Terraria, you are not confined to just one planet. You have literally the galaxy at your fingertips. There's a ton of planets to explore, all with different stuff and randomly generated lands, creatures, and all that good stuff. But I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself just a little bit. It is absolutely awesome. I've already logged about 20 hours into it and still enjoying every second of it. It's a really fun time. But I'm not going to waste too much words now. When it comes to these Let's Play things, I don't script, but so that means I tend to get a little bit yakky, as I call it. So just bear with me here. We're going to go ahead and create a character. This is my original character, Dexoid, that I played the game with. These two characters were results of Let's Plays that kind of failed. This is my third attempt at trying to make an episode. It's because this one my mic wasn't working right, and this one the game crashed. And so, just for the heck of it, we're just going to create a new character just to see how it goes. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. It's in beta. There's a warning on the launch screen that says, crashes, bugs, and character wipes are expected. It is just an early beta, so give it a little bit room to breathe. It already does have a lot to offer, including just the character customization options that you have here. They're very awesome and just very varied. Huh, that's interesting. But you could choose from 6 different races. You got human, self-explanatory, avian, bird people that kind of remind me of Chozos, apex, going back to Planet of the Apes, florin, which are plant people, hylottals, which are, I'm guessing, like water aquatic creatures / people. I'm not really too sure about them. And then the glitch, the starting character that I chose. And so I'm going to choose a different character race than from the other 2 characters that I created. I will be an avian this time. And of course you have all sorts of different combinations that you can choose for this one, feather color and such. Yeah, he'll be brown. Let's see what kind of plumage you can give him. It's very expansive, and that's just the character customization options. Let me see which one. I like that one actually. Customize the shirt. Let me see, fluff. Oh, there you go. You can even customize where the fluff on his face happens to be. That looks cool. It almost kind of looks like war paint. And of course, you can even change the style of the beak. I haven't really played around with this character too much, but I won't take too much more time. I'm trying to keep this in a little bit more of a timely matter, quote-unquote timely. Let me see. I personally like red as my colors, and personality just affects their stance. Yeah, I think that'll be good. And if you're not feeling, if you're not feeling creative when it comes to the name, you got a name. Oh, wait a minute. No. I'm going back to that one. Moonclaw. I like that. That was cool. Some of them are hilarious. Some of them are cool. Some of them, take it or leave it. But alrighty. Yeah, that's a little bit of a brief overview of the character selection. And now we get into the game with my good friend here, Moonclaw. The alien wonder. And uh-oh, the game is not responding. Okay. I panicked there for a second. I thought I was going to crash. Like I've said before, this game is just in beta, so you can expect issues. When I first got this game, it was consistently crashing, and I was afraid it wasn't going to work. But now that it's up and running, it runs very smoothly, even with the video recorder on. It'll perform well on a crappier computer. Mine's definitely not the most up-to-date one, and it looks pretty good too. You know, it's maybe 16-bit-ish, but it's still pretty awesome. I like the art style. But alrighty, we have ourselves a fairly linear quest line to kind of get us going. Spread your wings. You have nearly escaped the wrath of the stargazers. Excuse me. Your ship has run out of fuel in orbit of an unknown planet. Before setting out in search of fuel, search your ship's storage for a matter manipulator. Press E to interact with objects. Accept. So the controls are very standard. A and D to move left and right, S to duck, space to jump. W doesn't really do anything that I can see. You have your mouse, which is one of the primary things you use to interact with the environment, and to interact with objects like this here, you can see I have it highlighted because it's flashing. You click E to interact, and then you can just drag and drop. You start out with a little bit of a melee weapon there. Got some seeds, so we can do some farming. Flashlight. Got that matter manipulator, which we really need. And we're good to go. Your quest has been completed. Yes! Well done. The matter manipulator allows you to manipulate almost anything in the game world. Oh. Please excuse my voices. They tend to just kind of leak out of my brain every now and then, but alrighty, it's time for the next class. We'll have to make ourselves a crafting table to get some tools that we'll need to survive down there on the planet's surface. When we're ready to beam down, before we beam on down, I want to show you something real quick, just kind of overview of your ship, your spaceship, your home base here. The storage lockers right here. We have the tech and the 3D printer right here. Tech is some upgrades, I believe, that you can apply to the ship. I haven't found any of those yet, so that remains a mystery. And the 3D printers, apparently you maybe scan stuff 4 pixels or into pixels. I'm not really too sure. I haven't fiddled around with this one, so if any of you guys have and you want to comment me to correct me, kindly, preferably, then just leave it in a comment below. But already got the door there. This is the fuel gauge. You'll need fuel to travel to different planets and star systems. That's not a concern right now. And of course you have the captain's chair where you can see this is the only planet in the system. That makes me feel sad. Well, one of the first systems that I had like 4 planets in it. But what can you do? Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and go to the teleportation pad here and warp to planet. There we go. We're on the surface. Looks like we have a little bit of a desert going on here. Just kind of get our bearings, see what kind of land is available, and right from here you kind of want to do the Minecraft/Terraria thing and immediately start manipulating the environment to what you need. Already got some sand and some dirt here. Fairly simple, as you can see with this matter manipulator. You know, it's a very slow tool. It's the most basic one in the game, but you know, you gotta start somewhere. Gotta clear off this little patch of sand here. But unlike in I cannot remember if this mechanic is in Terraria or not, but you can also manipulate blocks in the background with holding the right click with the matter manipulator out. I think that's pretty cool. I really can't remember if Terraria had that mechanic. I played it for a little bit. I wasn't too thrilled with Terraria. One of my coworkers actually said You know, oh my gosh, Terraria is so much better than Minecraft, you gotta check it out. And you know, I checked it out, and well, Terraria, I'm not gonna say it was a bad game by any means, you know, it just didn't personally appeal to me. I don't know, I just couldn't get into it, you know. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird, maybe I'm a freak of nature, but so I don't really remember the game's mechanics, so once again, if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me, but do it nicely if you don't mind. But alrighty, just kind of looking around here, wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. Alright, I'm going to stop farting around now. The first thing that we're going to need, like in most of these open world sandbox crafting games, is wood. Now, antimatter tool is a do-it-all kind of tool, but it takes forever. It's the crappiest gathering tool in the game, but you know, it's an essential one because it's what you use to place stuff with. In order to speed up production of chopping wood, mining, all that good stuff, you're going to have to get specialized tools, but that'll be a little bit later. And what I also try to do is, you see that I got a tree seed here. I try to keep trees planted nearby so I will have a good supply of trees. I don't have to worry about running out of wood. And I don't have to go too far off from my campsite because well, I guess Terraria, but like Minecraft, I have more experience in Minecraft. There are monsters and aliens that roam the planet's surface during the day. Some will attack you, some won't. But the dangerous monsters come out at night. And so you want to build yourself a shelter by them. But speaking of building, it's time to go on to crafting. You can craft with your hands by pressing C. And since we have some unrefined wood, we're going to turn these into wood planks so we can actually have a little bit more of a feasible crafting thing with them. And the first thing that we're going to be building is our handy dandy wooden crafting table. Go ahead and craft that here. Got the completed quest for that. Gonna accept that reward, thank you very much. Got a new quest to find some food before I starve. That's an interesting mechanic. It's in this game it's not like Minecraft where, you know, if you starve, if you don't eat enough, then your health won't regenerate. But in this one, if you don't eat your food and your hunger meter will come up periodically to remind you where you're at, you will die a very horrible death, if I remember correctly. I have not starved to death yet, but I imagine it would be pretty horrible starving to death. So we gotta find some food, man. But also another meter when it comes to survival, besides, you know, you have health, stamina. The other meter you have to watch out for is temperature. If it gets too cold, then you'll freeze to death. And so you don't want that either. So, to avoid potentially freezing to death, we're going to go back to our crafting interface here. And also, like I said, if you press C, like this right here, it's, as it says, basic crafting right here. You can only craft a few bare bones things, whereas if you go up to the crafting table and press E, then you will have access to more recipes. A lot more recipes, actually. So it doesn't really matter right now for the thing that I'm crafting because I can craft this by hand. We're going to craft a campfire, which we will need to both keep ourselves warm and cook food once we get some food. Alright, there you go. Now we have a little bit of a safer place, a little haven to come back to when night falls. Some people build underground. I prefer to build underground when it comes to making my house, but I'm going to be a little bit more fancier and actually build a house once I get more wood, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I think the next best thing to do right now is to try to kill a couple of... Well, you gotta be kidding me! We have ourselves a floor in here! Huh! Greetings, neighbor! Florin's sad Birdman can't fly. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but it seems that we have a neighbor. I actually have not encountered this before, so this is pretty cool. Like I said, this game is randomly generated, so you may get neighbors like this. Hostile Neighbors, another one game that I had. We had neighbors that tried to kill me, but they had a cool little base too. Nah, it's just the wonders of this game. It's just so expansive. You really don't know what you're going to get each time. Kill some animals there. I don't want to attack her because a neighbor could be useful, I suppose. She's just kind of doing her own thing. And as long as she doesn't steal my resources, then I'll be fine with her. I'll be glad to have a neighbor, actually. That is pretty cool. I've never encountered that before. So, you see, it's pretty much a new experience every time you play the game. So, let me collect a little bit more wood here. But yeah, everything is randomly and procedurally generated. And uh-oh, I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. That's my hunger meter that just popped up there. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. A hawkeye. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bird-brained. You're going to have to excuse me and my puns. I'm full of them. Let me see. Got a little bit of a cave. Ooh, excuse me. Cave here. Kind of don't want to delve too far in there without maybe a flashlight. Just got some water. More than anything, I'm just trying to find some food at the moment. Maybe build a little bit better tools. See a little bit of stone. Once again, like in Minecraft and Terraria, you want some better tools to do things faster and more efficiently. Kind of get food is going to be immediate priority, so you want to kind of solidify a stable source of food. You may want to get some meat to satisfy the quest. You can do that by killing monsters. It's randomly dropped. I have a couple of creatures after me. It lagged there a little bit, so I have a thing that's jumping wildly. That's one thing that's going to be interesting to see what they do throughout the beta, is what they do with the monsters. Since the AI is a bit unpredictable. I've heard a lot of people complain that it's ridiculously overpowered, and you know, I kind of like the fact that the monsters are a bit overpowered, especially in the beginning of the game, because it really makes it feel like that you're trying to survive against all the odds and the elements on a hostile and unknown planet. I don't know, it just kind of adds something there for me. Not really sure. I mean, it's different. It's a different thing, a different experience, different opinions for everybody. I still think it's pretty cool. Just another part of the expansion of this game. The monsters, everything is randomly and procedurally generated, so it generates as you go. I think that is pretty darn nifty, if I do say so myself. That's right, I went there, nifty. But yeah, just kind of gathering some stone so I can make some better tools. Let me go ahead and craft some more planks. There we go. I'll need a little bit more wood than that just to make some of the more basic tools. We're going to make an axe to chop down some trees at a quicker pace. And that way I can make other stuff at a quicker pace. Just kind of overlaps each other. Oh good, my tree grew. Now I'm going to put the stuff in my inventory that I'm not immediately using to craft. Got a couple of seeds here that I can make a nice little arid tree farm thing here. And start chopping away. There's my friend the floor, and hello neighbor! Alright. Collected a little bit of wood and some seed. Let's go ahead and put some of that seed down and start growing some more trees. You gotta grow the trees, man. I think the Florin will be happy about that since they're plants, so yeah, things are going good. I have a neighbor. Get some stuff in the production. Got some more wood. Go ahead and chop down another tree while I'm at it here. This might be a good little patch for farmland as well, which I believe that'll be the... Whoops! Oh, we got a hostile animal here. An interesting thing about the monsters as well is that they are not all hostile. This particular fellow is, but some of the monsters are passive until you attack them. So I think that's pretty cool as well. So you just don't want to necessarily attack anything that moves. If you do, you could come toe-to-toe with an animal that could very well easily kill you. But that wouldn't have killed you if you just left it alone in the first place. So it's kind of have a realistic aspect to it. Yeah, I'm talking about realism when it comes to a sci-fi game. Sue me. But let's see. I think I have enough now for. No, I need more stone. What are you doing, Chad? Hello, neighbor. See, what I'm going to focus on, besides the stone, is getting crop that's actually edible. You have crops that like wheat, where you can eventually make an edible item out of it. But since I'm not really finding any meat at the present moment, I need to go ahead and get a farm started so I don't starve to death. The meat is a random drop from a monster, so it's not a guarantee every time that you're going to get it. So do I have enough rocks? Yes. Let's go ahead and get a garden tool of a questionable name out here. Move the tree seed out of my inventory, move the sand out of my hotbar, put the tool of a questionable name there, and another seed. Okay, let's go ahead and till some of the earth here. I'm not too sure that... Yeah, sand, I don't think you can farm on sand. So let's go ahead and clear some of the land over here. Make some farmland there, Jebediah. There we go. Yeah, I guess while I'm going here, you know, as I said, the game is very similar to Terraria and Minecraft. I think the game will be most compared to Terraria. If you like Terraria, check this one out. And if you don't like Terraria, check this game out. Because like I said, I'm not too big on Terraria, yet when I play this game, well, you know, it's like I said, I've been logging 24, and well, probably closer to 24 hours now on the game, and it's phenomenal. I really do enjoy it, and it's just in beta, so they still may have some improvements to make. It's $15 on Steam as of now. I got it during the holiday sales and everything like that. I don't think it was actually on sale. I could be corrected there, but I don't remember it actually being on sale. But you know, it's $15 very, very well spent. I mean, it's extremely expansive for just being a beta. Like, I mean, they could call this a full game and I would be completely satisfied with it. It is very, very awesome. Alrighty. I'm just gonna till out a huge plot of land that I really don't have enough seed to get something tangible there. I'm gonna plant my wheat. Wheat? It almost sound like I said something else. I do not partake of that, I promise you. Alrighty. I do not have a guilty conscience at all. Hello, neighbor! I'm sorry that you're sad that the Birdman can't fly, but the Birdman's got some trees to chop down. Trees grow very fast in this game. And it's like I said, you want to farm these so they will actually grow back. You don't want to be short of wood, especially in the beginning of the game when you're trying to get everything together, all that good stuff. I'm gonna chop it this way so it doesn't fall on our house. See, your neighbor's not so bad. She's got a nice little wheat hut going on there. I might actually... Can I stay the night with her? Uh-oh. That seems mildly inappropriate, but you know what? I'm gonna sleep in her bed here for just a little bit so I can regain some health. That's how you regain health in this game, by the way, is you either sleep or you actually use bandages, which can be made from plant fiber. But bandages really don't restore that much, and they restore over time. Sorry, you may not be too happy with me sleeping on your bed here, but she's gone inside for the night and shut the door. She is a wise woman. Because you don't want to tango with the monsters outside until later. They are nasty, nasty beasties. As you can see, that's my temperature gauge. Because I'm away from a source of warmth, it'll keep going down until I freeze to death. So you gotta be careful with that, especially on colder planets and while mining. Now my campfire, shoop, right back up. We are in good shape for the moment being. And I believe I still need more stone. I got distracted by farming. Believe so. Yeah, I think I am actually out of stone, so yeah, that's not good. Let's go ahead and see if we can try to find some more rocks over here. Really not sure what that was. Say sorry to just suddenly steal your bed there. Ah, here we go. Here's some cobblestone. Oh gosh, we have what looks like a reversed palm tree, a Koopa Troopa that, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a Koopa Troopa that met with a palm tree, and it I don't even know. Like I said, the monsters are ever so pleasantly randomly generated. It's a lot of fun, and I'm starting to get hungry, so I hope my crops grow soon. Let me see. Another thing that I can craft here, and I will do that in a little bit. I don't want to jump around too much and get myself distracted. Please don't come here. I'm just a humble bird looking to make a pickaxe here in the dark. That creature, I don't know if it's hostile or not. Oh boy. Come on, break! Jeez, man. Some stuff is harder to break than others, but usually cobblestone's not that bad. Alright. She's talking right there, but I don't see anything because she's in the way. Pardon me. Pardon me, mademoiselle. Some more of my trees here growing in the middle of the desert. Doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm just gonna roll with that. I do believe I have enough stone to make... Oh no, I do not. I need more wood. But I thankfully have an absolute ton of wood to work with. And I see a lovely little random... Oh golly, yeah, that's a tougher monster right there. He's gonna take he's gonna... Oh golly, that hurt. Die! Terminate with extreme prejudice. Now, with this game, it's not like Minecraft where if you die, since I'm close to death, you lose all of your inventory. That would absolutely be devastating in this game. It's a little bit less risk versus reward, but you see these little squares up here. These are your pixels, which are the in-game currency. I really don't know if you can, like, contact merchants in this game or something like that, or find a merchant and try to buy something from them. Maybe. It wouldn't surprise me given the expansiveness of the game, but it is mainly used for crafting things, especially when you get up in the higher levels of crafting. You'll find stuff that has high pixel requirements, and you get that by finding them in interesting little canisters that look like pill bottles, gray pill bottles, I guess is the best way I can describe them, or by killing monsters. So it's interesting. I mean, it's a bit of a slap on the wrist. It can be devastating, as I said, once you get later in the game. But at the moment, it won't hurt. I believe it takes away a fourth of your pixels. I haven't really done the math, but I think that's my best estimate. Once again, if you guys already know this and want to correct me, then please do so I'm not continually wrong. Okay, good. This one's passive. It's not going to try to actively kill me. Let's see, got some feather corns here. They're still not quite ready to grow just yet. So, I'm going to visit my neighbor here and make use of the bed. Thanks, neighbor. I'm going to heal up just for a little bit. Yeah, I cannot remember what happens whenever you die in Terraria. I want to say that you lose your money as well, but I really don't remember. Like I said, I never really played it that much. I kind of just didn't get into it like I did with Minecraft in this game. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to try to complete a couple more missions, and then I believe that I will be good for the time being when it comes to playtime. I'm already about a half an hour already. So yeah, I think we may be able to cut off the episode here soon. Sorry, you're just kind of seeing me sleep right now. I would say that I would just skip and come back later, but that might mess up the feed just a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out this new software, but so far it's working good for me. Okay, now we're awake and we're ready. Thank you, neighbor. I appreciate the usage of your bed. I will borrow a couple of sugar next time. Let me see. So we have plenty of things that we can craft right now, like furniture, stuff like that. But now that we have a pick, I can gather things from the ground much easier, including stone. But let me see if I cannot build for myself a lovely little solitudinal cabin. So let me go ahead and bring up my crafting interface. Just get a crap ton of wood. Okay, that'll be good for the moment being. Okay, see an animal over there. I'm going to leave that sucker alone if at all possible. You will definitely know if he is charging at me. Make 2 doors. And for this one, placing is very simple. It takes a little bit to get used to, but once you do, it'll just be like a bicycle. You won't forget it. It's easy to pick back. It's easy to pick up. You just click the place. Left click for the foreground and right click for the background. But if you want to reduce the amount of blocks that you put down, as you can see, I'm putting down a 4x4. Then hold Shift and you can get a nice 1 block little area right here. Now it's a little bit tricky. You have to set up a background or place another block in order to place, you can't just place a block floating in the air like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a wood background here. Yeah, just like that. Now be warned, that does consume a lot of wood. So watch your resources whenever you can. Yeah, it's about right there. That'll be a good place for a cabin. And I'm gonna kind of fill it in right here. See, as you can see, my wood is rapidly depleting because it's eating up 4 pieces of wood at a time. Maybe 1 more, but I'm out of wood. I've got to craft some more. Still got plenty of unrefined. And there's a creature coming towards me right now. Oh gosh, oh golly. Stay away from me. As you can see, it's dealing a massive amount of damage. I have no armor or anything like that to help protect me, so... Okay, now that little crisis is averted, let's continue crafting here. Get back up to 150 if possible. I might need to cut down a couple more trees. Alrighty. Here we go. Placing a few more wood blocks here. Alright. Now we got the background up, and this is going to be pretty simple. I can come back and edit it later. You want to leave at least 3 to 4, I think it's 4 block spaces worth to ensure that I can put in a door. Yes, there we go. Perfect. That'll keep the nasties out. Of course, let's see, that one is a passive creature. Put down my door there. And get the whoops. Didn't exactly intend for that, but hey, I can make it work. Alright, and we have the nice little Chateau du Chadwick right here. Go ahead and craft a little bit more wood, and now I have a little bit of a safe place to hide for the rest of the night. Let's go ahead and put a torch up here in the wall. Once again, very simple. Boop. There we go. Got a little bit more light, got some warmth. And I have my own little cabin out here in the middle of the woods. So, alrighty, I think I'm going to go ahead and conclude that episode right there. So, thank you for watching, everybody. This has been the first episode of the Let's Play of Starbound. If you like, just like, give a comment. And if you have any feedback or anything like that, like I said, that's what the comments section is for. And I want to thank you for watching. This is whiteandnerdyman, signing off.